Howdy folks, it's VileMike here, and with me is the obstructive bureaucrat to my Kirk, Katty Knight.
What up, people? I'm Katty Knight. I'm not a bureaucrat. I hate red tape. I'd blast it away if I had a phaser.
Vote Katty Knight. She won't just cut the red tape, she'll disintegrate it.
I won't drain the swamp. I'll vaporize it.
Something I think everyone can agree on. Anyway, this week we watched A Taste of Armageddon.
Play the intro. A Taste of Armageddon is making me crave chicken nuggets.
Well, you all must have heard I'm a real nerd. People say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a vile one. Oh yeah, I'm a vile one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, cause you're watching VileMike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a vile one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, cause you're watching VileMike and his real wild child.
Alright, happy now?
Yes. Okay, we start with Kirk giving exposition log, heading to the planet to start diplomatic relations.
Kirk says they're going to NGC 321, except that's an elliptical galaxy thousands of light years away, not a star cluster within our own galaxy.
Science marches on? Anyway, the bureaucrat has to bureaucrat and orders Kirk to proceed to the planet, despite a warning message.
Cue opening credits. After the credits, Spock tells Kirk what little they know about the planet, and how the last ship that went there, the USS Valiant, never returned. Oh, and according to Beta Canon, it was either a Daedalus class or a Ranger class. What do you think would be cooler?
Kirk, Spock, and some red shirts beam down, leaving Scotty in charge.
And they beam down to a matte painting where they are met by a hot blonde, who tells them they should not have come. But some members of the government leadership will meet with them.
More bureaucrats! Yay! One of the leaders there tells them that there cannot be any diplomatic relations because they are currently at war with another planet in the solar system.
And as if on cue, there's an attack on the city. But no one can really see the effects. Not even the tricorders. Even Scotty on the ship can't detect anything.
But no explosion? I feel gypped.
Spock realizes that the whole war is basically a computer war game, and the casualties are just sent to disintegration chambers. Worse, the Enterprise itself was destroyed by the computers with a tricobalt explosion. So, as far as the government is concerned, the entire ship must beam down to be executed, or they'll kill the landing party.
The aliens try to fake a message from Kirk, but Scotty sees right through it, and we get what I believe is the final appearance of Vulcanian.
Limited telepathic abilities are inherent in Vulcanians, Captain.
Thank Vulcan.
The landing party is captured, and to escape, Spock does a mind meld through a wall.
I don't care how, but it just goes to show how awesome Spock is. Heck, later on he even does another nerf pinch takedown and adds a dad joke for extra insult.
Sir, there's a multi-legged creature crawling on your shoulder.
Then they destroy one of the disintegration chambers, and there's my explosion.
After a commercial break, we get an exposition log from Scotty.
That's a nice change of pace.
Anyway, the ship is now under attack from the planet. The planet is using sonic disruptors.
Here we go.
Sonic disruptors on a spaceship. Sonic implies sound. Sound is the movement of air particles. There's no air in space. How the hell is a sonic disruptor causing any sort of damage to the Enterprise? Ah!
Hey, Dad.
What?
You like coffee, right?
Yeah?
Do you know you can't put milk in coffee in space?
What's your point?
Well, in space, no one can. Here, use cream.
Should I be proud that she pulled off a dad joke like that, or should I be disappointed that she even tried?
Yes. Anyway, Stuffy McBastard tries to put rank on Scotty, but Scotty just has this awesome line.
The best diplomat I know is a fully activated phaser bank.
I can't help but agree with Scotty. I think he's becoming my second favorite character.
Meanwhile, on the planet, the landing party has gotten a hold of 4 weapons, 2 sets of guard clothes, and a communicator. Also, Kirk has a plan.
Oh god. Back on the ship, Stuffy McBastard is tricked by the alien leader, and Scotty has refused to lower the screens.
I'll not lower the screens, not until the captain tells me to.
You are taking orders from me.
I know about your authority, but the screens stay up.
I can't have you sent to a penal colony for this.
That you can, sir. But I won't lower the screens.
Hell yeah, Scotty.
On the planet, Kirk and the alien leader have a little chat about the situation and wax poetic at gunpoint. But the leader sends a signal to the guards. Fortunately, Kirk sees through his stalling. Not that it helps, as he gets the crap kicked out of him, and he's captured.
Kirk got beat up, but his shirt did not rip. I'm shocked.
After a commercial break, the diplomat somehow beams down despite Scotty saying the screeds would not be lowered, and he's told that he's going to be killed. Oh, and Spock is finally able to contact the Enterprise.
Spock with the red shirts in disguise are able to rescue Stuffy McBastard and destroy another disintegration booth. Go Spock!
Back with Kirk, he and the alien leader argue some more, and while the alien leader calls the Enterprise to get them to beam down, Kirk tells Scotty to enact General Order 24, which is a planetary destruction.
Wow. Go Kirk.
You just want to see a planet go boom.
Yes,
Go watch Star Wars.
I have. Planet go boom nicely. And while they're distracted, Kirk takes control of the room, and Spock comes to the rescue. Just a little late.
I'd assumed you needed help. I see I'm in error.
Kirk then destroys the computers that calculate the war casualties, thus negating the treaty M&R has with Vindikar. Those are the two planets fighting, by the way, and it will force them to start a real war with real wartime destruction. However, Stuffy McBastard offers to mediate a peace between the two planets with the Federation as a neutral third party.
Huh, it was actually useful for something.
Finally, we have a scene on the bridge where Kirk sums up his thoughts to the crew. There's a bad joke. End of episode.
Okay, there are a few things about this episode that piss me off. First off, it said like they had been at war for like 500 years. Within 500 years of war, they couldn't think, oh, why don't we just go and talk? There was literally no reason to be at war after the point of them just having gone to computer war. Could they not have simply met a time to talk and have a treaty for 500 years of war? Another thing about this episode that very much pissed me off, why was the Enterprise even brought into the equation at all? They should have been able to tell it was not one of their enemy's ships. Hence, it should not have been put in. This whole episode's conflict would not have been real if they had simply not put the Enterprise in. I don't understand why the Enterprise is put as part of the other encampment, I guess, or side, whatever. And it was another thing of the Enterprise has to be in danger.
Basically. A couple of things I'd like to make note of. According to David Garrell, the computer tallies of the calculated dead in this episode were supposed to be a statement about the massive casualties being reported on the nightly news about the Vietnam War, and how detached many Americans were about those numbers. Because it was a war happening so far away and kind of out of sight from day-to-day life. But one can also apply this high casualty statistic to the detached nature of modern-day drone warfare. Just goes to show how good Trek writing can be and have applications to modern events, even if that was not intended by the original writers. I also want to note that Scotty's refusal to lower the shields against orders is actually based on a story from Doohan's military service. As a lieutenant in the Royal Canadian Artillery, he was threatened with court-martial for real when a colonel gave him an order during a training exercise that would have injured or killed some of the men. Katty, anything else you want to say?
Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Oh, and go check out SD Game Swap. Bye-bye!
Later, folkses.
Play the intro. A taste of Armageddon is making me crave chicken nugget.
Can you say that again with actually saying chicken nuggets? Because
Yes.
it sounds like you want one. Oops. Why did it jump all the way up there? I don't understand this computer sometimes.
Oh, and go check out SD Game Swap.